Boom, 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 boom. Today on the show, we talk about building a connection with your customers to help develop brand love. Let's talk about it. All right, thanks for tuning in. This is part 3, Brand Love, from my series about a simpler approach to building a brand that matters. Part 1 was about your brand truth, figuring out what makes you tick and why you are doing what you do. Part 2 was about brand image, telling your story to the masses. And this is about truly connecting with your customers and developing that brand love. So that's what we hear more about today. Thanks for tuning in. Let's jump right into it. First things first, if you want to build brand love, it's pretty simple. You need to take action. Take action every day to provide value to your customers. And these days, that goes beyond just delivering what was ordered. You can't just give them what they want. To truly connect with them, you have to go above and beyond and find ways to connect and give them that extra something, go that extra mile. What you do matters much more than what you say or think. You might have the right intentions, you might be telling the right story, but if you're not taking those actions and backing up that story and truly providing value with your customers, they're not going to feel it, and they're not going to establish that connection with you where they feel like they truly matter to you. You need to invite them in, ask them how you can better serve them, and then over deliver. That's right. You're looking to move them from being a customer to being an advocate. It's okay to ask for referrals if you've taken a genuine interest in a customer and delivered them value. They want to tell people about what you've done for them because they know that that'll add value to their friends. So if they have a good experience, that experience is going to be shared. And word of mouth is so much easier these days. We have social media, the internet, and if you go to that extra mile, you will stay relevant and they will tell people about you. Otherwise, some new technology will replace you. It's as simple as that. Or some bad review that shows up will hurt your reputation. And you want those good reviews to outweigh those bad reviews. So you have to work to make those connections. Or you simply won't keep up. You won't keep up with the customer's expectation, and another hungry company will come and take your place, and they will keep up. And they'll be the ones that start building that reputation. There are some great ways to brainstorm new ideas to tap into brand love. All of them center around making your products or services better for your customers. So you have to ask yourself as a business and your team some questions. And here's a couple of them to think about. Question number 1, what would make your product 10 times better? What would make it 100 times better? Really think in extremes, not how do you make incremental differences, but if you had to start and create something brand new, in the customer's eyes, how would you make it that much better? You find that you'll get answers that are a lot more aggressive and different and ambitious than you would have thought just trying to make little tinkers to your products. Number 2, if you could truly be great at only one thing, what would it be? You have to have something to rest your hat on, some point of differentiation. So if there was one thing that you could really lean into, what is it? Once you know what that thing is, you can actually take action to really step that up, talk about it, and deliver on that consistently. Number 3, what could you change today to immediately make your product better? Sometimes these tweaks can happen overnight, but you just have to put some thought into what is the actual thing that matters to someone that you could change right now. There are going to be long-term, bigger projects, but those aren't always going to get done in a timely manner because they're long-term by nature. But in the short term, there might be things you could literally do tonight that would impact your business. Number 4, what would make your customers want to buy twice as many or twice as often as they're currently buying? What would make them want to buy 10 times as many or 10 times as often? If you think again in these larger macro mindsets, you might actually come up with something innovative that people are actually looking for that could really change your business and step up the amount of sell-through. And it's not that everyone would buy that much more, but if you found a group of customers that would buy that much more, you really could affect your business results. And number 5 on the list, what's the best thing a customer could tell their friends about you? And why would they do that? How could you support those statements Provide experiences that they would really want to tell their friends about. And why would they do that? How do you encourage that kind of action? These are all things to think about to really start to find ways to tweak and change and focus on priorities in your business that can actually create value and create growth. Think about it. You'll notice that a lot of these changes are looking for ways to make big differences. And that's because you have to think about your products or services as something that has the opportunity to massively change, not just to make small incremental changes, but to improve massively, whether it's overnight or within a couple weeks or within a couple months. You have to have that mindset that there can be a big difference made in your business. Because if you only think in terms of small changes, you'll never stay ahead of the competition who is thinking big. More importantly, your customers won't notice the difference. If you only make small changes, the customers won't feel it. When you make a massive change in your business and your approach, and you take strides to really make them happy, they will feel it. So it has to be a big change. Otherwise, what's the point? Now, if you want to tap into that brand love, you do have to create experiences. And those experiences have to be, one, extraordinary, better than ordinary, something massively memorable. And two, they have to exceed expectations. If someone's expecting a certain level of quality, even if that's top-notch quality, you have to massively exceed that for it to be memorable. And once you've found some great product improvement and experiences, you can start to think about your customer relationship. You need to make sure your customers know about these special attributes and give them a chance to share that story, to tell their friends about it. Some specific practices can help you on your way for this step. Specifically, every business needs a CRM. That's a customer relationship management tool that manages your customers' contact information and communication. Simply put, it's a place for you to take in customer info in their contacts and send them information to tell your story with them more directly. Not only does it collect your customer information, it provides opportunities for automated responses that are quick and timely. You can provide newsletters that update your customers on your business. You can prompt your customers for feedback and actually get input into how to make your business better. You can collect survey data, promote new services, and it saves you from a ton of email clutter that you're going to normally get in the process. A couple of the big ones out there are HubSpot, ActiveCampaign, MailChimp, but you can Google it and see what works for you. Every business needs to collect, evaluate, and understand its data. That's talking about sales data too. If you know what products and services are your most popular, then you know the times of day, the week, the month, the year that you're busiest. You know what's selling, what's not. You know where you're having trouble with sales, and those might be opportunities to find new ways to do business at those times of day or with those specific products. The opportunity is in finding the tweaks in the areas that are down or really maximizing the areas where you have the most opportunity. You can use that data to create promotions and experiences that your customers will care about. You can encourage them with a cold beverage on a hot day, for example, or provide live music or entertainment during hours where it makes sense. You can hire more staff or implement technology solutions when you have consistent long lines or lag times in delivering your service. You can create seasonal products that get people excited. There are so many ways to be timely, relevant, and engaging that your customers will notice. You just have to take the time to put all this information down on paper so you can build out a strategy to implement it all. And that may seem daunting, but there are plenty of great consultants like me, of course, but there's plenty of them out there that can help you get organized and find the time to really put a strategy in place. You don't have to have someone on full time, but you should have someone with an outside perspective to come and help you figure that out. And that's the general architecture of how to build your brand, the simpler approach to building a brand that matters. It's your brand truth, your brand image, and that brand love. There are many ways to approach building a brand. I hope this is useful to those businesses that are having trouble finding time to hone in on strategy. I know we all get busy, but with just a little bit of time and investment into your marketing, you could see returns long term. Thanks for listening. Hope that was helpful.